live. We're live, my friends.
Yo, it's your boy. We back in this again, man. Got the Kyle Kalimba beat. Got that Tank Beats. Shout out to Dr. C. Shout out to my boy T-Nap. Yo, it's going down.
First verse is good, but the second verse
Me
is
and Diddy to the streets, to the game, and it's all for the fame. Freestyling off the top of the dome, that's my name. All day I go, I rap the beat on, man. You know I go down, and you know I hit that bong, man. Call it Cheech and Chong with the way I be smoking. You know I'm always up here toking, yeah, riding the beat like a motherfucking go-kart, curving around corners, and you know I'm gonna go star.
Around corners and you know I'm gonna co-star. Curving around corners and you know I'm gonna co-star.
Go start, go fart when I see your face, cause you smell like shit, bitch, you a disgrace. Been chillin', been killing the game. Folks coming up that they know my name. About to see it, y'all about to map it.
Tweet this.
Seize back, and I'm gonna attack it. Let's make the money.
We gotta tweet it.
Let's make the cash.
Oh, shit.
Let's
All
grab
right.
the hoes.
I'll tweet it.
Let's grab
I got
the
it.
ass.
Yeah.
There's no one tuning in right now, so we gotta
Yeah, y'all know
tell the boys.
I know that sag. Going token, going smoking, going places, booty next. Go on my hop on that squad, call my foe best. Bros out, gonna kick a dope down. Run through that bitch right now. Akimbo pistols is going down. Throw that C4 on that fucking dude. Run over him, man. You know we going to V2 gunfight, freestyle flow. Got that Call of Duty bitch, and I'm going game mode. Demolition, you know what it really talking about. Man, it's a freestyle. I thought it was a drought, but the game got
Oh, yeah, 'cause we on the
saved, and I
tube
put
now.
some water on it. Man, it's going down. You know I'm on a phone it. I know that swag. Call me the type. Dr. C's back, about to fuck all night, about to smoke all night. Yeah, I'm gonna do it right. And when the girl
smoke
come
all
around,
night.
you know her pussy's tight, cause she's 18 or 19. I'm about to cream my jeans.
So messed
I'm
up.
almost twice that age. Yeah, I'm going hard. Yeah, I'm still gonna rage. If you don't feel me, then you better turn a page. Coming back to Texas, swinging in my Lexus. Yeah, I'm coming through. Got to sprint the Nexus. My hair is long, haven't cut it in months. Yeah, I'm good, about to smoke that skunk. Put my hair in the bun. I'm having too much fun. I'm a man on the run, and you're holding the gun.
Alrighty. What up, Nappy Nap? Let's tune this in.
Yeah. Shit, something's going on in my library.
Gotta check my library. What's up, baby? We have nothing to show in a while. Life gets in the way as usual, but we're here. Fantasy football playoffs. We've had a good off season. Came into it, had a few games in the preseason, and then season starts, and it coincides with just probably our busy time of the year. So hey, but who fucking cares? We're here, and the playoffs.
Hey, man, we're here, and this is the best time to jump back into it because
There's been a lot of news, a lot of changes in the NFL. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. A lot of changes.
You're right.
But like you said, yeah, this is when we actually have a decent amount to talk to. At least in our league, I know there's a few spots up for grabs. And it's been probably the most contested season I've ever been in like the 10 to 12 years we've been doing this.
Already, yep.
We've never had it come down to like so many 6 and 7, 7 and 7 teams before. But I digress. What were you gonna say before I cut you off so rudely?
No, that was pretty much it. It's that time of year. You know, I've been hearing people saying playoffs start now for them, but mostly it should be next week because they added a week, right, this season. Longest season ever, 18 weeks, 17 games. So really playoffs for us is 15, 16, 17, as opposed to last year, right? So I don't know. I mean, yeah, got some sleepers we're going to take care of. Got some, I guess, schedules to maybe track if you're real desperate. I mean, balls deep. It's the only way now. Like, once you in the playoffs, man, that first place team, will, they could lose somebody or flop, right? So I mean, that don't mean shit, man. Any given Sunday, Al Pacino.
Right on. Sorry, I'm trying to fix your.
Yeah, no, I see that, but it's not. Let's see on the rundown. What else we got? I'll
Yeah,
freestyle
yeah.
while you get to the tech. I mean, yeah, BDFL. That's balls deep, baby. We'll just talk about how D at I believe 5-8 still has a chance to make the playoffs because we got one or two teams that have 7 losses. So if they lose again, I think D's got the tiebreaker on one of these guys. So it's one of those. This has to happen. B has to happen. C and D have to happen for him to make it. So I mean, we'll find out.
Yeah, sorry. We'll just keep this view. I don't need to be switching back and forth. So you just want to jump into it? I think we're gonna talk about playoff sleepers, and this is just playoff sleepers on different leagues, probably floating around again. If they're available in our league, they're probably available in your league because we have, I think, maxed out. What we said, 12 people.
Yeah. Shoot. Flip to ours if you can, man. Our waiver wire. Well, I'll just spit. I mean, I can't mention guys like Taysom Hill or Deontay Foreman. I think they're already scooped up, So
Well,
I'm
Taysom
gonna
Hill
stay
just
away
got
from them.
hurt, so I think he's not gonna help.
Yeah, and I'm
anybody.
all right. So I'm gonna stray away from some of the higher owned percentage guys in the league. But even Dontrell Hilliard on the Titans. I mean, he's playing against the Jags. He's the other cat that he had over 100 yards last week, but one of came on a 60-yard run, but competing with Foreman to take over for King Henry who got hurt on the Titans.
Okay, I did pull it up. What we have, at least in our league, who's available, maybe who's on waivers, in the flex position,
Yeah.
just because that's going to be wide receiver, running back, or tight end. I mean, that's what we're probably looking for. You're probably not looking for quarterback. Quarterback's pretty easy to plug and play. Defense and kicker, similar. So
Yeah,
at
some crazy. Shit, I was gonna say like even if you got to go deeper, like a Rex Burkhead at this point for the Texans. I mean, you never know. It looks like he might get a chance these next few weeks to, I think, get some game film. At least they're gonna give him do the veteran a solid.
Yeah,
Let him get some carries on tape to find a different team next year, so he chooses, and he'll get some check down passes in garbage time, like straight up. Right?
yeah, he's definitely getting possessions and getting touches or looks his way either way for whatever reason. So that's an easy
Yeah, man.
formula.
Panthers. I'm telling you, people talking about Hubbard, Chuba. McCaffrey, IR. Big surprise. But Chuba, man, I'm going with the other guy, Amir Abdullah. I think he was a former first rounder or second. Was it maybe for the Vikings or Detroit? I think it was Detroit actually. But yeah, this cat, he's slowly like eating into Chuba's carries, and no one's impressed for the Panthers so far. So I think that's what's gonna happen. And yeah, we'll skip quarterback, man. Did you see any interesting receiver names on there? Or
So Emmanuel
I know,
Sanders is at the top of our league. I just see when you rank by projections, he's projected 10 this week again. He's playing Tampa Bay.
yeah,
They're,
I mean,
they're
and people
15th
think
against
they
wide
scared because
receivers.
it's Tampa Bay. Yeah, scared, but Tampa Bay's defense isn't really that good. Their front seven's spectacular, but their DBs be giving up some big plays.
Then we got from the wide receiver, the Chargers, Jalen Guyton. Am I saying that right?
Okay, so Guyton's a good one, man. I'm glad you brought that one up. Besides the obvious choice that he's on the Giants,
Well,
I believe. Mhm.
I was gonna say one thing. He's playing the Giants, so they're not doing well, but they're ranked the 23rd team against wide receivers in fantasy points. So point is like it's a good matchup. That's why he's probably obviously getting the 10 points there.
Yeah. And I like that projection. I mean, that's what you're leaning towards, right? But the fact that Keenan Allen's on the COVID list, I guess people would say that that's an obvious one. But do you got any other ones?
We
I
got
heard people talking about Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I read that on the old interwebs, and the fact that
so
they're playing.
he's a little further down, playing Chicago. Rank 9.5 points projection. Again, this ESPN or PPR. Yeah, he's about like 7th down, but he is on there.
All right.
And
Well, shit.
yeah,
What about the let's go with the tight end. Tight end's kind of a coin flip anyway, right? So I
So
know we
for-
just gonna spitball some names. Don't hold us to it, motherfuckers. But if you ain't got a tight end, you're already fucked. I mean, by week 13, you ain't got a tight
right.
end.
You got Tyler Conklin at the top for the Vikings.
See, and I hope
Projected
he's not
9.3.
available in the league, and he's available in ours. That's
Yep,
wild.
he's available on ours. Yep.
Okay, well, damn. I mean, if he's there, by all means, go grab the motherfucker. Shit, that's what's up.
Ah, sorry.
Yeah, tight end is kind of tough. I was thinking of Gerald Everett. People wanted I don't know, the fact that I guess the Texans, anybody's a sleeper that could perform against the Texans. But I mean, I would even squeeze some shit in right now. I don't really mess with it, but daily fantasy. I know Deeves be on that daily fantasy. Um, it's the same, really. I mean, what do you think, bro? Have you tried to play that shit or?
With the daily fantasy stuff, like DraftKings and
Yeah,
whatnot.
have you like dabbled in that?
Never. I've been
No.
interested, but I've never gone in.
Oh man, we should try it. Yeah, man. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, so have you? How often do you play?
no, I probably not in 2 seasons. When it first came out, though, I played a lot. I just felt like I was outnumbered. Like there was a small fish and like there were sharks out there. They call them, that just buy a fuck ton of lineups, enter them, any type of different ways. And here I am with my one little, $5, $10, $25 lineup. You know, it's just percentages. You get, but it's fun as fuck. The fact that you can freestyle every week. It's just a more damn, what is that called, bro? Salary cap type game. So, anyways, we digress, right? The reason I was saying that was I mean, I sneak a little bonus in for D if he's watching that daily fantasy. They're talking about some cheap guys, some budget plays you can get right now. We mentioned him earlier, Foreman. I like another Tennessee guy. I don't know. We heard about Julio Jones. I didn't know he was coming back, bro. So I saw him on the waiver wire, IR. Bam. Who scoops him up? Somebody scooped him up, put down some money on there, but
Really?
I think that was a mistake, though, man. I think Bob dropped him. Somebody scooped him up this week because he's coming off IR. But this
Mm.
other cat, Nick Westbrook-Akeen on the Titans, I think he's slowly gaining the confidence of Tannehill. Another guy, Detroit Lions, Josh Reynolds. This is if you're the type of guy that likes prior relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like Reynolds playing with who's his new quarterback now in Detroit? Bam, Jared Goff. They played together, bam, in the Rams. You know what I'm saying? So they had that connection. I think he has 70 yards in the last 2 games, each of the last 2 games. So he's kind of gaining momentum, trying to be a reliable target. And the boys just won their first game, right? So hopefully some shit goes down.
Mr. Will's on the show. He's watching.
Will's bitch ass is playing for first place this week with Matt Ivy. He ain't got no
Yeah, I mean,
license.
there's a lot of things
What's
I
he
want to
trying
talk
to ask?
about.
What's he trying to ask? He humble bragging up.
No, he
Who
just.
should I start? Najee Harris or Jonathan Taylor?
And the funny thing is,
James
like,
Conner,
I think
the
one of our
bench.
last time we were on the air was like the beginning of the season. Will had won lost like 3 or 4 straight. He thought his season was over,
0-3.
and then he just
Yeah.
rattled off and kept going. It's kind of crazy. And so now
Yeah,
he's like
he
fighting
was
for the
0
first
3
seed.
because he was in the top division, right? Aren't you up there too? Y'all boys in the top? Yeah, y'all in that code division, man. Shit, that's a rough one, man.
Yeah, man.
First place, motherfuckers.
So we can go off to what do you mean by
Yeah, man.
favorable playoff schedules? Like,
So
Real
favorable
world or-
playoff schedules. Now, no, yeah, sort of. You think offense, fantasy, where they're playing against, when you click OPR, which is like opponent ranked or some shit, OROP, on the ESPN, it'll sort them by percentages, and that red percentage is bad. That means they're top in the defensive category.
right? That's what I was
It's
just I was just commenting on that.
yeah,
You're
that's
right.
it. Exactly. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's pretty much kind of what we're leading into here. Um, what's crazy is when you're actually looking for the defenses, you're not looking for more points against now. You're looking for, hey, who's going to pressure the quarterback and make turnovers. So when you say like, hey, are we talking real life? That's what I mean by real life. But pulling back into the fantasy aspect, I had an article. Oh shit, there was like, damn, something's beeping in my ear. I'm sorry. There was like 5 offenses I saw, man. 5 or 6 offenses. They're talking about, hey, these motherfuckers, they got sleepers on there, and they're playing, some trash teams coming up. So Denver Broncos, like that's one of them. Javonte Williams, Bernal has him, rookie running back, finally getting the opportunity because Melvin Gordon's hurt. Just think about who they have coming up here. I know Jared Judy hadn't stepped up. Courtland Sutherland, I mean, he's not getting the targets, so they got to go somewhere. So if you got Judy, I wouldn't give up on him. But they're playing from week 14 to 17. It's Lions, Bengals, Raiders, Chargers. That's pretty much what I mean. There's a couple other teams like Chicago Bears. Okay, I think Chicago. David Montgomery last year, he was hot. This running back, hot, finished top 5 running backs within the last 5 weeks. So he won people their championships last year. His slate coming up week 14 to 17: Packers, Vikings, Seahawks, Giants. It just keeps getting worse. You know what I'm saying? So these teams, I don't know, man. Darnell Mooney, you know him. He came into the league like low wide receiver 3 in. But now he's catching fire, man. Everybody who has Allen Robinson is feeling some type of way, man. Upset, sad, depressed. Called the suicide hotline. Like this is gonna be okay. But Darnell Mooney, the fact that this guy's coming in playing, I'm telling you, I mean, what you think, man? It's kind of an easy concept, but it's all a gamble at the end of the day. It's just looking at the schedule, who's got the last easy
Yeah, I was
5
looking at.
weeks.
I mean, I just looked at things like for me again, I'm back against the wall. I have to win. I also need help to get into the playoffs of our league. So for me, I'm thinking, what positions can I possibly upgrade, whether it's defense or whatever. So like, I mean, so we're talking running back, we're talking tight end, but every little point counts right now.
Yeah.
So
It's wherever the opportunities are, and it's like
what?
peeling back another layer of the onion. If I say these teams, like we said the Chicago Bears, or we said what I just say now, fucking Blade, Broncos. Like look at the players on that depth chart. Like look at their receiver 2, 3, and are there opportunities? Is it a good offense that where you can scoop them up and you might get some targets, or is it just injuries that are decimating them? You know what I'm saying? Another team, I'll say like the Redskins. You peel back the layer of the onions. Okay, Logan Thomas, their tight end, 6'6", red zone target. I don't think he's coming back.
No, he's not.
Um,
I think I just saw he's out for the season now.
see, so what does
He
that
done.
mean then? Peel back the layer, another layer of the onion. Curtis Samuel, been waiting to return, man. It's been, I think he came back like week 1, 2, was hurt for like 8 weeks, came back like 2 weeks ago. Groin still bothering him. I mean, it might be, somebody might have gave up on him, but you might scoop up and hey, you never know. He might show
Well,
up
see,
for you
that's a
these
good
next 2,
point.
3
Like
weeks.
when I'm looking at stuff like you might have a defense you like or whatever, or a kicker, but if you play the matchup, so that's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, I got 1 week. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't even need these players to be good for the playoffs. I just want to get into the playoffs because I feel okay about my team. I just really got to squeak this
Yeah.
out. So I'm probably gonna lean heavy into the matchup. So if I'm looking at the defense right now, and the Titans, they're playing the Jaguars this week, who's ranked 29th. They're like obviously they
Love
suck. They're like the Texans. They're like 2 and whatever the fuck we are at, like 2-9 or
Love
whatever.
it. You notice
Um,
we brought them up again. So yeah,
and they're projected like 9 points. And usually your
and we already
defense,
named their running back, receiver. Sorry.
yeah, and like defenses are probably just the NFL. It's a 24 points is very common, 21 points, and that's not going to get you a lot. When your defense gives up 21 points. So again, I'm going to be playing the matchups. I'm going to be trying to crank it out because I think even my running back from the Cardinals is out. He's been on IR. I think he's.
Chase Edmonds, he's about to come back, huh?
I don't think he's come back this week, and I would,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like have a high confidence he's going to produce a lot of points.
No, for sure. And yeah, I'll close it out. One or two last teams that I read on, that it's got an easy playoff schedule coming up, fantasy playoff wise. You wouldn't expect, but the Detroit Lions, bro, you and I, we always talk about crappy teams with still good fantasy production. I think you've seen it whether you had DeAndre Swift, whether you've had T.J. Hawkinson, whether you've had, hell, man, even Jamal Williams these last 2 weeks. Detroit Lions, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about picking up these no-name motherfuckers like we mentioned earlier today, Josh Reynolds. The other kid who's a rookie, Saint Amon, some shit. Like he got one of them hyphen last names. He's doing good. Production for a rookie. Targets looks. So Detroit Lions, baby. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking you should do. 1 week, got to get in. These are the kind of teams, players I guess you're going to target, because shit, see if they step up for you this 1 week.
Yep, that's the plan. So what is your next title? NFL Hot? I think you had a long parenthesis there.
Yeah, man, it just didn't matter. Doesn't matter what week it is, beginning, and doesn't matter if your team's the bomb or trash. There's a storyline for like every team so far this week. And like AB, I just want to talk about like AB, fake vaccination card. I think that was the rumor, or that is the reason.
It's a fake vaccination?
The boys may not bring him back. I'm not sure why, but apparently he
Ooh.
made Coach Arians look stupid. So
That's freaking hilarious.
yeah, man. So I mean, shit like that. I think Aaron Rodgers coming on Pat McAfee's show. I think he's on. Yes, it was Jeske, somebody from high school. Yeah, Jeske, is that how you say his name? The UT boy, a kid a year under us.
Yeah.
Dane or some shit.
Yeah.
He told me homeboys on his podcast every Tuesday.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers on McAfee's. Yeah, so he came in talking shit about New England winning Monday Night Football. I don't know if you saw that, bro.
No.
With
What
only
is-
3
what did he
pass
say?
attempts.
Oh.
He wasn't really talking shit. He was just saying I think we would have been able to throw. We play in harsh conditions before or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, that was crazy. They
Homeboy
only
was
threw the
prepared
ball
for that, though,
like
man.
3
Belichick was
times.
prepared for that. Yeah, can you believe? I think it was like 28, 29 straight running plays at one point.
Damn.
That boy, man. That boy Belichick a genius, man. Yeah, just like that. I mean, we haven't brought up Deshaun Watson in a while. That's kind of a
So there's a funny thing about Deshaun Watson. It's more about the whole team of the GMs, not to sidetrack us, but I heard we released Zach Cunningham, relatively
I saw, bro.
relatively young linebacker, supposed to have a lot of outside speed to cover the passing game. We never really had a linebacker who did well in the passing. Anyway, released him, and I think that there's like the word is the coach is like not a player that's going with the system kind of thing, not the culture kind of bullshit. It was not being with the team. Meanwhile, you have Deshaun Watson here, who you're paying the whole season, and he's just sitting out because he doesn't want to play, and he's got all this like scandalous like court shit going on. So it's just a funny like he's gonna talk about character and being a team guy and release him, but obviously Deshaun Watson, different story. So it's just funny. Like again, the Texans look like trash, like top to bottom, organizationally, on players too. So it's kind of sad. Very sad.
Kind of fucking embarrassing, man.
I'm pretty numb to it right now. Like I'm wearing a Texans shirt.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
I mean, it just sucks, man. Because like I said, we waited so long to have that quarterback, and then we finally had that quarterback, and then it just like within that. I mean, dude, think like 4 years ago, 2017, like Astros won the championship, I think. Deshaun had just tore his ACL, ending like a spectacular rookie start. The Rockets had Harden. I don't know who else they had.
Yeah, it was a good time for a little bit. We were spoiled.
Capella. Yeah, boy. And now.
Excuse me.
Yeah, bro.
Should have muted myself.
But yeah, I mean that's about it. Nothing really much too hot. There is some just shit everywhere. I'm wondering Aaron Rodgers to Steelers. I heard about that popping off.
That'd be cool. That'd be a cool thing to see.
Hell yeah, I think that would fit well. Him and Mike Tomlin, old ball coach for the Steelers. Shit. Texans obviously trash. I mean, anything we want to touch on there? The head coach, I don't think he'll make it this year. If you listen to the local radio right now, they're calling that motherfucker coach of radio. You remember Cuba Gooding Jr. in radio?
Oh,
up,
Jesus.
But this, one caller, damn, I forgot his name, but he always calls. He's very passionate, black dude shouting, heavy, a little accent. He's just, oh, and you got coach, radio, just walking up and down the sideline clapping. Don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think this is not going to be a coaching stuff that hangs around too long. Anyway, let's get into the Balls Deep playoffs because this is probably the meat of the show. I want to talk about it.
Oh yeah. Anybody that's good luck. Hopefully you scooping up somebody we're talking about, and shit, man. Now's the time. You already saw if people were hanging on to Madison. I mean, you were rewarded technically, but I know he didn't bring you much last week. But you get another week before Dalvin's back. You got to trust him. It's all about opportunity shit. Yeah, man. Balls Deep playoffs. So what's up?
So I'm just pulling it up here. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna. I don't have it on screen. But
I have two storylines. You're not gonna put it up? Okay.
I'll try. Go ahead. Go riff a little bit.
Oh shit. I was gonna say the main storylines right now. We got Matt fighting for first place. Will at 9-4. Ivy at 9-4 as well, actually. But man, it's kind of wild. I was trying to look up their schedule so I could see like what there we go. I got it. Kind of their roadmap. But yeah, they're fighting for first place. We don't have a bye week in our leagues, so really, what are they fighting for? I guess it's more pride. I mean, we might throw them like some more money or something, but I'm thinking maybe next year give them the first choice on the draft pick they want. Maybe that'll be a nice incentive. But I don't like doing the bye week. You already know, kills an extra playoff spot. But yeah, man, like you said, Will lost his first 3, and then he went on a damn near 7-8 game win streak before losing one, and then kept on going. The other storyline, Survivor, $100 season-long side pot. Each week, lowest score eliminated. It's down to Kyle, who was in last place last year, bro. So it's down to him. And
Congratulations.
Will. Yeah, man. So them two for the $100. I was in the final 3, and Matt was in the final 4 with us, but we got knocked out. So, and then we had a couple mini survivors. Shit. The mini survivors, same thing, right? Just in our division, and it's just for $20. But I mean, hey, some good shit there. Pretty much Will won again, $20, obviously fighting for first place. Yeah, but he won out of his division. Tank wins $20, beating out Bernal. Bob, my ass. Tank's getting hot too right now, dog. I think he broke 200 points a few weeks ago without Saquon Barkley. Shit. And then that final division, D won a little side pot. Who we thought down and out, but at 5-8, he can still make the playoffs, man, if he wins, and then I think Tank loses and some shit happens, But yeah, those guys won the mini survivor, so hey, we handing out some money, baby. Here we go.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. My shit's not working well, so I can't really
fuck
get
it,
it.
man. So playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see.
So right now, yeah, right now.
Yeah, tell me what's up. Tell me what's up.
Number 1 seed, we have Tim Tebow, so we have Matt, and then he's matched up against Cervenka, Patty's Pub, Damon. Tank needs to win this game. If he loses and I win, I'm in. If I lose, I'm out. So I need to win. Need some help. Tank could still be in the playoffs. If we both lose, he would win. He's playing Bernal. Right now he's projected to win, but Bernal does not. I don't think he has a defense slotted in his team, so the projections are off. So it looks pretty close either way. So that's going to be a close game.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen. Fuck them projections.
Let's see who's the second seed. Randy's the second seed, Fresh Prince of Hell-Air. He is matched up against
son.
not midgets, Kettle Peoples. So that's Steve.
Stevie, huh?
Steve is the
Steve
seventh seed.
alive here, coming alive, man.
Right? Yeah, this is Steve's year, baby.
Shit, boy.
Yeah, welcome to the playoffs, Steve. Fuck. Then we had third seed. Flash Gordon is the third seed, so Bernal, and he's up against you. You are the sixth seed, my friend. And then we have Will, the fourth seed, against Kyle, the fifth seed. So that's your playoffs right now. And then on the outside looking in, we have me and D are matched up against my father and John Vu. And me and D, I guess I thought D was out, but let me see. I think they have percentage wise.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got a 50% playoff chance according to this. Last week I was 77. I lost. I went down to 50. Cervenka is 63. And then
I can't even find that shit.
Where's D? Sex Panther. Well, it says you have a 0%. I think you're out. I think D's out.
Oh shit, he's out. If it's 0, yeah.
Yeah, if it's 0.
I'm sorry, D. Well, at least you won, man. You won a little side pop, bro.
So the people that have clinched, no matter what happens, is Will, Ivy. Bernal has a 99% chance, and then you have yourself. You're 92, quite high.
Oh shit, nice.
Steve is 95%, and so
Damn.
so then you get into really it's me and Tank. There's really no one else. He's at 63.
It's y'all 2 for 1, huh?
Yeah, so it's really the last position here.
Oh, so you're cheering for Bernal here.
Oh, I need Bernal. So Bernal, if you're watching,
So
baby,
you're gonna be watching his team. Yeah, you're gonna be watching his team.
Yeah, I need Bernal's team to win.
Oh man.
Well, let's see that matchup looks like.
That's hilarious. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, this is and
So,
you know what?
y'all
Like,
two fight
coulda,
for
shoulda,
this
woulda.
spot.
I had a couple games where like a player got pulled, like the last couple minutes.
You did.
Not
That
just
one against Randy.
Yeah, but I had another one too, but it was more like a running back. So it was like it's still a goose egg. A goose egg is hard to swallow unless like a defense gets you negative or something. Okay. So right now again, Cervenka is favored. He's getting -9, but again, Bernal doesn't even have a defense plugged in right now. Who is his defense? He needs to get a defense, I think. The hell, guy?
Yeah, I'm sure he's waiting. He's waiting.
Oh, the Seahawks. Oh, and they're playing Houston, and so they're projected to get 14 points. So if you put them in, Bernal is favored right now. So I don't know if Cervenka's got his roster all lined up. If he's gonna
They're
take
playing a little chess right now. They're playing a little chess.
So
Yeah,
okay.
man. That's the good shit though, man. That's our league, man. I wonder how many people else are. I mean, I'll bet there are a ton of leagues right now where this playoffs are set.
Yeah. So what we
As
can
far as
do.
the guys that are out, there's still a side pot right there. So for highest points, these next last few.
Yeah.
weeks.
So how does our losers consolidation work?
Yeah, it's just whoever scores the most points combined during like the playoffs for the losers. Just those 4 between those 4 people. Pretty cool.
Okay.
So whoever scores the most points out of that group of 4 that didn't make the playoffs, week 15, 16, 17, that gets that little I think $20 or something.
And how are we determining the loser of everything?
Oh man, I don't know.
Is that is that the first person who just gets kicked out of the consolidation round, or is it purely based on record?
I think it's whoever they have at the end, whoever the ESPN puts at last place, because that's how they track it. Like we can always look at last place every year from looking at the standings.
Okay, so that goes for like all points.
Final
and everything?
standings. Yeah. Whoever they put at last place there.
Interesting. So
That's how
you might like
We're
have
gonna have like 3 or 4 losers the last 3 or 4 years that didn't do anything yet. That we need to do a group thing for us. I'm in that group. I think it's
it could very well be
Bob,
Bob.
and I think. Yeah. I think Bob's already in it. I'm just gonna induct him. Yeah.
So here's something we can do. Let's go through what is the playoffs right now, and let's try to guess who our champion might be. So I'll give you the matchups, and then we'll talk about which game we want, and we'll go to the championship game, and we'll see if we're right. Okay.
Get it.
So let's just go Patty's Pub against Tim Tebow. So you got Cervenka against Matt here.
This
I
is the
don't-
playoff schedule, or what is this?
Yeah, this is playoff, but I can't see matchups for the playoffs.
Oh, it's projected playoff. That's why.
Yeah,
projected
it's just a bracket. Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
really.
it's not gonna let
see.
you do it yet.
I
But that's it. I mean, shit. We'll know next week what it is. We'll be able to preview because it might not be this, man. Because if I'm looking at it now, if BMAC loses and I win, I could very well scoot up into that 3 spot, and we might just swap. But who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows?
Sorry, I'm getting a link for Tank here because he can't do anything. Okay, so
Bro, I wish we could play. Hey, man, you should hop over. What else? What else on the balls deep, man?
Well-
We'll definitely have to do the show again. After this week, then we'll have the playoffs.
we'll look at it the matchups in detail. Like let's just go off a gut feel. Like this is pure speculation on the playoffs here. So
Yeah.
you got Tank against Ivy. Ivy's been doing well. He's 9-4. Ivy's like he's come on like the past like 3 seasons, man. He has never done well for a long time, and then the past 3 or 4 seasons he's put up strong seasons. He's been to the championship game back to back. He has a
He's
strong
drafting better, man.
yeah. So
I'll
it's
tell
like
you what it is. Motherfucker stopped picking 49ers players.
I was gonna say like
Started winning.
he was like my father, always picking 49er players. Then
Yeah, you got and Tank, coming back into the league and already starting off hot. You know what I mean? We were talking, not talking shit, but we were like fucking around with him. Like, man, got that big ass book and that notepad and all them stats
yeah.
and shit.
When I
Boy,
won,
that shit's working.
when I won, man, last season, like my team, I would hit like crazy numbers pretty consistently. I think like everyone on our team has had a week where we maybe hit like close to 200, maybe like 190 total. That happened to me several times. So that I've noticed that Matt's team has scored pretty high consistently. So I would give it to Matt there. I just want to see his team real quick. Why is he's Patrick Mahomes, but he's been playing kind of average lately. He's got Rob Gronkowski, Chris Goodwin. So he is double dipping with Tampa Bay, which is kind of makes me nervous. CeeDee Lamb, he's having a good season. Aaron Jones, James Robinson, Chargers defense. So, okay. And then Tank over here, Josh Allen.
Tank.
Josh Allen's also been playing a little average lately too. Saquon Barkley,
man.
Leonard Fournette. That's a strong player. He's on the up right now. T Higgins.
Yeah, Fournette and Hill has been carrying him.
Hill's-
I don't know why he didn't play David Montgomery last week. Should have played David Montgomery last week.
Tyreek Hill has
Points
taken
on
a
the bench.
dip with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs not kind of doing their typical thing. Kyle Pitts. What has Kyle Pitts done? Because you have that hot take in the beginning of the season. You're like, don't reach for him.
Yeah, I don't think he's. Man.
Okay, yeah, not great, man.
position
So
right.
it's like 7-12, 5-9, 28. He had a big game against the Jets, big game against Miami. Dallas, he broke 10, but
he had
nothing
two
much.
back-to-back games.
Yeah, he's
technically
playing
not
Carolina.
back-to-back.
And David Montgomery in flex. So I could see Tank winning that. Tank does have a good chance, but I'll side with Ivy just because he's had a strong season so far. We got Kyle and Will. It's good to see Kyle in the playoffs. He had I think he was like the worst last year, and so then Will again kind of turned around. What's happening with Will's team? Like what's going on over here? Taysom Hill.
Yeah, Will, and that was the thing. He was riding Burrow's hot streak. Will's been fine, man. I mean, as long as he got Jonathan Taylor, that's going to be the number 1 overall pick next year. I don't know why it wouldn't be. But he's got 3 RBs. I mean, that's my dream team right there, to where you can play an RB in the flex in James Conner. That's still going to get receptions. That's crazy. And Conner didn't even come out. He came out because your guy, Chase Edmonds, got hurt. So the fact that opportunity came up,
Yep.
man, that's wild. But and then you look over, like you said, over to K-Who's side, who's hot, man. caught fire at the right time too. I mean, 8-5, I think, had one slip up. Could have been 9-4, obviously, but
It's
the
funny that
fact that
his
he's
it's funny that his quarterback is Kirk Cousins because like last year we talked about Gardner Minshew or Kirk Cousins, and here he is a year later with Kirk
yeah, yeah.
Cousins.
Hey, he was juggling them though, man. Like that was pretty impressive. I think he started at least like I want to say 4 different
I
quarterbacks.
think he
If I'm
started.
not
Yeah, he started off with
exaggerating.
Tannehill, but like it's kind. I like that move. I mean, I fell into a good quarterback position just
He's got a
because me and you traded and stuff. But yeah, he's been doing little musical chairs on his quarterback.
Yeah, man. He's got a pair of Ohio running backs, Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon, for those that can't see. And then he scored with Jamar Chase, which we let you keep. I guess you can select any player to keep after the 7th round. So usually guys target receivers, running backs, rookies, that type of level stuff. And Jamar Chase, rookie coming out of LSU, had the Joe Burrow connection. Rolled the dice, and it looks like it's gonna be a good keeper, and he was hot. So. And then Devontae Freeman is someone else at K who I think rode the back of for 2 weeks. Um, who would have thought, man? Devontae Freeman's old ass coming in for the Ravens after they lost all those running backs in the
That's
preseason.
true.
Yeah,
Wow.
man,
Yeah,
and
scored 21 points against Pittsburgh this week.
yeah, so that's that playoff matchup. What else we got, man? Oh,
Oh, so
I'm
who would
looking
you
at.
say?
Oh, for that one, man,
Will
I'm gonna have
Will
to give
or
that one to Will.
yeah?
Will's got the three-headed serpent there, man. Um, but it all depends on who's playing what that matchup. I think it's Who's team's riding on the Bengals, right? So the Bengals that week are playing the Niners, not this week, next week, the next playoff week. So the Niners got a pretty good defense. I don't know if they'll be able to. Or I don't know if the sophomore Joe Burrow and his rookie teammate Jamar Chase, who are both on Who's team, I don't know if they'll be able to get around that veteran defense on the Niners. But yeah, I'm gonna take Cedar Will in that one, man.
And then we got you and Bernal. You can't vote for yourself, so
Yeah,
uh,
that one's whack, man. That one's whack as fuck. But my team is decimated, so there's not really much to go on the
do you
roster.
feel
But
like you're limping into the playoffs?
yeah, I'm gonna be fodder for whoever I play first round. But I just like even the pieces that I have now are falling apart in Darren Waller and Alvin Kamara. But yeah, I lost Chris Carson. Kareem Hunt didn't show out. Antonio Brown I thought was a steal. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought I was robbing Apu at the Quickie Mart, dog, with Antonio Brown. And you know how
That's
that went.
funny.
Who gave me a chance to trade Kareem Hunt for Mike Evans. Didn't do that. So like, damn, should have did that. Missed opportunities. That's all.
Yeah. So I
But
think
Bernal though,
yeah. Let's just say
Bernal got the
Bernal.
squad, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's say
Bernal
that
got the
Bernal
squad right
wins,
now.
and then versus Steve and Randy. I'll take Randy, just because again he's had a really strong season so far. But the records are pretty similar. They're 8-5 versus 7-6. So Steve's
Yeah,
right. Steve's not nothing to
Steve's
sneeze
players
at.
have just like not all popped off at the same time simultaneously, right? He's got Eckler, top 5 boss. Cordero, I don't know how to say his name, Patterson. Man, popping off for the Falcons. Russell Wilson was hurt with that finger. So George Kittle was hurt middle of the season. It's like, damn, man. And then he caught fire. He caught some diamonds in the rough with Michael Pittman Jr. I think that was a fucking steal. Zach Ertz was a hell of a fucking find middle of the season as he transitioned to the Cardinals. Like it was popping, man. Unfortunately, he did just lose Thielen, I think. I don't know how long, but it's gonna be wild.
Oh, that's true. So I'm just gonna speed this up, and I'm just gonna kind of go through it. So moving in the second round, we've together got Ivy and Will, and then let's say Bernal and Randy. And so out of those, Bernal and Randy, I'm going to take Randy. So I think I think Randy will be in the championship game.
Oh, okay.
I think then on the other side, you got between Will and Ivy.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see Will. I don't want to see Ivy's ass back in the championship. It'd be his third time in a row. But
Yeah.
that'd be fucking impressive.
Mhm.
And then between the two,
Who would you take, man? I mean, Ivy squad, like we mentioned Mahomes, you got Aaron Jones, but I think that's it. CD, Chris Godwin. I mean, I don't know, man. He did just scoop up Gronk. Gronk's back, so that's the scary thing. Gronk's back and he's scoring touchdowns. He's spiking the fuck out of that ball. So I think that's what the fireworks, man. If they have one nasty game,
mm-hmm.
they could lift but Will's been consistent. I think they've been consistently high. Like I said, that's why I like 3 running backs in that spot. It's more consistency. They're getting the handoffs. They're not
Yeah.
worried about the quarterback.
Honestly,
having to
that-
pass the ball,
That says
pass
like
protection.
that's like having
Yeah.
2 good tight ends, and again, that's why I feel like got me to the championship game. It's just like that added layer of production. Like you're not hobbling things together. It's like 2 solid pieces. In this case, 3. So that's really hard to beat.
And what's crazy is they may play back to back. We're talking about this potential matchup, but they're also playing right now.
Who?
This week for first place, Will and Matt. And they actually have Matt projected to win right now.
Let's
But
see.
anyways, yeah. The
Uh,
final.
So right now, yeah, they're
So what do
playing
you go with?
the
Yeah.
final.
Yeah. So we're saying you're saying Matt's gonna make the final here?
I think Matt or Will, but I'm going to say Will. Let me look at Matt's team again, because that 3 running back does make me feel like it's going to be hard to beat. I mean, just in their matchup.
Oh, that's cool. They had a previous matchup on here on ESPN. Previously, they played week 3. Matt
Who-
won 166 to Will's 102, and in that game, that was that was the heroes of the heroic.
Wow. It's got Matt beating Will by a lot right now. Will's getting plus 15, 127, 143. So Mahomes, they're favoring Mahomes. Because, yeah, I think Taysom Hill's hurt or he's out. I could have sworn he's out.
I think it's gonna
yeah.
be close, man. I think these projections are underestimating.
I don't like
Van
Noah Fant
Jefferson
at tight
and-
end.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, I was gonna say I think they're under projecting Van Jefferson and Russell Gage. I think Russell Gage's involvement is gonna pop off against Carolina, who's got a pretty good defense. So I understand why, but I mean I think it's catching lightning in a bottle. It's about to go down here. But you look at that running back and you have immediate fucking erection. Najee Harris, James Conner. I don't understand why Jonathan Taylor's on the bye. So that's what Matt was saying earlier today.
All
But
right.
not having to play Jonathan Taylor this week, so we'll see. Yeah, I don't
Dang,
like
man.
Taysom Hill there. I think but he did bail out of those interceptions by rushing for a touchdown and scoring another one last week. So Taysom Hill, man, get her done.
So I'd like to see Will in the championship game, but it looks like Matt has a very good chance to go to the championship game again, which would be fucking wild. And
Yeah.
So even if it's between Will and Randy or Ivy and Randy,
I'd say, I'd say Randy's not gonna win. So I'm gonna take Will, man. Will's gonna take this one all the way, dog.
all right. So it's gonna be their Ivy. I mean, it's gonna be
Without
Ivy
a
or
tight
Randy.
end, that's what's gonna piss a lot of people off because I spend a high draft pick on a tight end. You have Kelsey.
Me too.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Steve, you
Kelsey
got
has not
Kittle.
played well. I mean, the whole Chiefs hasn't played well that often.
It's an
So it's been
anomaly
hard.
though. I'm still getting a tight end early next year. Fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, more times than
What's
not.
happening, man?
What's
What's
happening?
happening?
Woo. We have so much to talk about. We can talk
Some crazy
about.
shit, man.
I mean, so first of all, there's this one story that I put in our chat. Let me look at it. Pull it up. The New York Post said taking Viagra cuts the risk of Alzheimer's disease up by to 69%. Is that coincidence? By 69%?
That's
69?
amazing.
That's hilarious.
That's a big coincidence. But what I will say is, you about to find out shit. I'm about to be limitless in this bitch. You gonna think I'm Bradley Cooper? You gonna start calling me Rocket, bitch? I'll be here just. Man. Some crazy shit going on, huh? In the world, fucking Michigan getting shot up again. Parents getting locked up. At least this is the first time I've heard of parents getting held
So
accountable.
did
That's some
the
good
kid
shit.
did the kid off himself? The kid killed himself?
I'm not sure. No. It's 15. He's in some sort of custody, I believe.
Okay, so the cops got him. Right on.
Yeah, they got him. Got the parents. So.
Yeah, that's really sad, heartbreaking. And then because a football player, like sacrificed himself and like took the kid out, like tackled him,
I saw that. It's a great
and
story.
he got shot up. I mean, I don't know. It's just crazy. But on a happier note, we got a lot of movies coming out. Like to segue that,
Yeah.
we got some
Hey,
movies.
Matrix, man.
Of
I'm
course,
not
you
gonna
got the
say I was
Spider-Man.
always a
but-
fan. Yeah, Spider-Man too. We've been talking about Spider-Man like last time we were on there. I think everyone's happening.
Yeah, it's always some
Spider-Man
Marvel
update.
shit. But the fact, the Matrix one, I gotta be honest. When I first saw the couple teasers previews, I didn't think it looked very good. But this past one that came out looked really dope. I'm excited. It looks like
How
it
they
still
did
had.
it, like you said, those flashbacks, it lets everyone know, like, hey man, it's fresh on my mind. So when I saw the third one, I learned that the Matrix reboots a lot over and over. So this is one of those reboots, I believe, and it's how they can get away with having other actors play other people, like Morpheus is getting played by the Yaba guy, Black Manta in Aquaman and shit, Doctor Manhattan in the Watchmen series. Some good shit, man. He's a good actor. But the fact
So
that he's the Morpheus, it's like a reincarnation. Like, I don't know if you remember Oracle. She was a different Oracle actress.
do I
They
remember
were
the
saying,
Oracle?
yeah.
Fucking
When they
of course.
reboot, some of them different, man. So
So
let's look at this one.
here's the thing. I've heard a lot of theories around this.
Let's
Because
get some, man. I love it.
like you had the original Matrix was Lauren Fisher who was playing
Fishman- yeah,
Morpheus. That's a real guy. It was on a program. There's a theory running right now that this younger Morpheus that we're seeing is like a computer generated version of Morpheus, and
it.
so he might not be a real person. He might be like a program that's on their side, just like in the previous Matrixes.
Oracle?
Not so much an Oracle, but okay. So I guess the running theory.
She was a program though, right?
Yeah, she was. And the funny thing is, there's like this clip of this old, black lady saying, like, talking about like war and shit, and everyone thinks it's the new Oracle, but it's Jada Smith, just
Oh yeah,
aged.
Jada.
So like
Jada
it's
Pinkett Smith, Tupac. Yeah.
yeah, she like her character was a real person, so it's not the Oracle was like a computer generated person, like a computer generated program.
Yeah. Fools.
So
That's
and
why
yeah,
she was AIDS. Yeah.
yeah. So but the thing is, it's been a long time because she's old now, and
She's aged. Yep.
yeah, so like obviously there's a lot of time passed in whether they've preserved like Keanu Reeves' character or whatever. They're obviously back in the pod. So,
For sure.
yeah, that's gonna be interesting. The one running theory I've heard, which kind of sounds cool, is that maybe in this version, it's more like a war between the machines. Like some machines want to handle humans one way, and some machines want to do it the other way because there was a truce, there was a treaty, and so
Ooh.
that's why you have things like this computer generated Morpheus possibly helping these guys out because they want to make sure like they break free of the Matrix and the other machines just kind of tired. So it might be a war within the machines or something like that, and where the humans have like machines on their side a little bit, trying to like overthrow the evil machines or some shit like that. That's kind of a cool theory because again,
Oh yeah, I love that. I love that.
the previews and everything have ultimately stemmed like that. The story that we knew with the first three isn't the full story. There's something else here. Like they've even mentioned those things like during the trailers, right? Like maybe this isn't everything we know. So it's gonna be interesting for sure. I think you mentioned it. A lot of people are saying like in this one, Trinity is gonna be like the one.
Yeah, bro. It's what it's, or at least that's what they're building up. I like how you said, them together will be the one. That little motorcycle clip they show at the end of the trailer, where he does some sort of, Raiden / Sub-Zero,
Yeah,
Magneto shit.
He's
to
like
the
shooting out like
mic.
Kamehamehas everywhere.
Yeah. What's crazy is you can only get away with it with the movie. Man, I'm jumping all over the place, but man, I can't wait to see the fight scenes. I can't wait to see the acting stuff with today's technology, right? That movie was made like '99, dog. It's like
I know it's been like
great.
almost 20 years. It's crazy.
Boy, man.
When I first saw
Are we
the
gonna
first
see
Matrix,
Keanu's
I was
day?
like, no. When I first saw that first Matrix, I was like, this is my shit for sure. Knew I was destined to be
I
a
didn't
nerd.
understand it. Yeah, I did not have any idea what it was about.
Um,
I had to watch it as a grown man.
Yeah, my personal theory is kind of like that. Everyone's saying like it looks like they're framing Trinity up to be the one, but I think if you remember like the whole first Matrix and stuff, they talked about this has happened before, like you said, but Keanu Reeves had no recollection. He was like a whole new person, as if like the one before died, and this is a reboot, and now you're the one. So this is a situation you have Keanu Reeves. He was the one of the old Matrix to bring it all down and shit, but he lived through that, and so you have like this kind of past quote unquote one, and then you have what is it? The actors.
So
who
what
plays-
is he reborn again? Are they gonna unplug him again? Like that's
I
the
think
part
no.
don't get.
I think it's the same thing. I think they saved his body, and machines like were able to, bring him back to health, fix his eyes or something.
Send him back in. Send him back in. For
Yeah,
us.
because like they're suppressing his memories, like with everything. So he has memories, and
Man,
They're just being
it's
suppressed.
fucking wild.
It just
bro.
looks crazy. Yeah, we'll move on. But like the trailers are funny because it almost frames like the past
Oh,
events of the
newsflash,
Matrix.
bro. Newsflash.
What's up?
Newsflash, bro. Eternals fucking sucks.
Oh wow. Yeah, tell me about that.
Oh shit, man. I've never slept harder in a movie. I'll tell you what. If I pay 12, 15 bucks for a movie, I'm gonna find a way to like it straight up. And I could not find a way to like this.
Why
one.
didn't you like
Maybe I
this
had-
one?
Maybe I had Venom Carnage on my mind. Like, man, we should have saw that instead. But it was long. It was too much of a story drawn out. Like, you weren't invested in the characters, right? So I think Marvel was trying to use their brand name. Like, hey, we can put out
So
any
it
movie.
was like
I'm
a
gonna watch
Justice
it.
League.
Yeah, nah, not necessarily. It was just some guys from centuries ago that protected the world, and they had those questions like, "Well, motherfucker, what were you when Thanos came, or what happened when this happened?" They're like, "Oh, we were told not to interfere unless that kind of story and shit is." I don't know. You got to be invested, right? You got to take a couple episodes or movies before you start, worrying about, you can't just show Salma Hayek's titties and Angelina Jolie's old ass and think we gonna like fall in love with the movie. That shit was trash, bro. It was terrible, man. Slept hard, dog. Taryn had to wake me up a few times. She actually stayed 2 hours in. We bounced. I was like, the movie was almost over, but I was like, nah.
So is it worth watching even on a rental?
No, for sure. Everyone give it a chance. It might be your cup of tea. It was just if you watch it and like it, let me know, because
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to care
maybe
about a bunch
give
of
it another
characters
chance.
and like raise stakes and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that in one movie, no matter how long you make
Yeah,
it.
the love story and everything. It was just tough. It's yeah, man. I think it was just Marvel flexing nuts. Like, hey, bro, we can put out movies. Y'all gonna watch it. Like, we know y'all gonna watch it. And this is one of those. I was like, nah, man, this one was
Which is a shame because they had like good actors in it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The cast wasn't enough. Just like I said,
Just a weak
it had some
storyline?
good- Even that old Harrington's ass.
And then like the director, like it just won like a big an award for some
Yep,
other
Shu
movie.
Wang or whatever her
Yeah.
Nike making name is. Yeah, hell yeah, man. I'm fucking around. I'm kidding.
And then of course you have the Spider-Man movie coming up.
Spider-Man, boom, and Batman's badass, boom. But Spider-Man, that's the one this month, next week. We gotta get tickets now, December 17th.
I heard they already
9
sold like
days.
a crazy record, of tickets, more than like Avengers Endgame kind of shit.
Oh, I cannot wait, man. Damn.
So, for the record, on air is Tobey Maguire
Kirsten
and
Dunst.
and Andrew Garfield.
Kirsten
in this
Dunst
movie.
and Cruella, they both in this.
No,
Fucking
no, they're
crazy.
not. No,
they're gonna
they're
jump
not.
dimensions and they're gonna have Cruella's ass just drop in.
No,
Fucking just start twerking and shit.
with a Dalmatian.
You should watch that movie though. That was a good ass movie, dude.
Cruella.
That Cruella was. Oh, I
With Emma Stone?
Yeah. It was more like a prequel on how she became who she was. Like, it was a total good story, character arc. Went from
Like she was a
sweet
good
girl
person,
to-
became a bitch later because someone wronged her.
Yeah. Oh, pretty much. It was some good shit. Yeah, with
Yeah.
some attitude and fashion and flair in between. Yeah, it was some good shit.
Well, okay.
But yeah, what's up, man? What else? Shit.
Well, I'm
Movies,
saying
man.
that-
Just stay on some movies. Video games. I don't even know, man.
I'm saying like
PS5,
Tobey
don't
Maguire and
buy
Andrew
them.
Garfield, are they in that movie?
I'm
I'm
trying
asking
to
you.
avoid that one, man. I was trying to avoid that one.
On the record.
They are. On the record, they are, bro. They are. Man, I'll bet my second child on it.
So
Named them,
I think someone on the internet pointed out like the soundtrack for Spider-Man's been released, and one of it is like a score of like basically the score from the first like trilogy with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. So basically, it took like pieces of their soundtrack and made a new sound with it, like and made it like some parts of the song. It's pretty cool. And so it's just if people are like it just
yeah.
confirms, but like they're already pulling in characters from that realm. That's not doesn't confirm Toby and Andrew specifically. Andrew's
doesn't,
been like
man.
I think I think they're gonna be in it. Andrew Garfield's definitely in it, 100%. Tobey Maguire. I feel like you can't put Andrew Garfield in there without trying
That's
to
what
put
I'm
him in
saying.
there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, why wouldn't he just don on the suit for a quick, cameo? I don't think they're gonna be there very long. I think there's gonna be like, they'll show up the last battle when the chips are down, and all of a fucking sudden you see these two Spider-Men come in, and it's like, oh shit, look at this. But I think the majority of the movie will be
Bro.
Tom Holland and all of his buddies and shit running around.
Man, I hope they do it in the beginning.
Nah, they're not. But it'd be cool. Because
Yeah,
they would be
it'd be cool.
required to get paid more.
We already
and
forgot
shit.
they got Doctor Strange in there too, so it's gonna be pretty packed already. It's gonna be a good, long, epic movie. Did you hear what our girl Marissa, or what was her name, Aunt May, what she had to say?
No.
I think she was chilling with Laffy Taffy Ellen DeGeneres, and she was like, I had to tell my therapist about the ending to Spider-Man. It was so sad, or got her so emotional.
I've heard it's gonna be a little dark.
Yeah, 'cause characters we love going through things we don't want them to go through, shit like that. So remember, they skipped the whole Uncle Ben type bullshit, which was awesome. You know, we didn't want another origin story type bullshit. It was cool how they dove in and snuck Aunt May in here, fucking around with Mr. Happy and shit. So different things going on.
I think
It was
Happy
great, man.
dies.
Marvel. Oh shit! You think Iron Man and then Happy?
I think Happy dies
Damn.
because he's. I mean, why am I forgetting his real name right now?
John
just-
Favreau?
Yeah, he's just been in it for a
Marvel.
long time. He can't like keep doing like these like cameos and shit because he's actually
Can, man.
he's directing and producing a lot of Disney films. He's doing like The Mandalorian, right?
All right.
Anyway, he does a lot of stuff. I just feel like his time in these movies is probably up. So I have a feeling he dies because there's that scene where like the explosions are going off and he's like in the car nearby. Or a bigger one.
Okay.
No. So we'll kind of move off of Spider-Man after this, but another running theory. Sony,
I love
Amy Pascal or whatever, like the Kevin Feige of Sony, essentially, has already come out and said that we're already working on the next trilogy with Tom Holland as Spider-Man. So
Love it. Yeah.
Marvel's already said, like when they redid their thing with Disney, that they signed for a deal for like Tom Holland would finish this movie, and then he would also have a contract to appear in other like one or two other MCU movies. So like not a Spider-Man flick, but like
shit, all right.
make an appearance, kind of like Avengers shit.
Yeah.
So
Alright,
then you
yeah.
got Amy saying like we're already working on the next trilogy with Tom Holland. So I'm thinking if it's like a real gut wrencher, just putting all that together. I mean, it kind of disregards the MCU one, but what if when this whole new reality to fix it or whatever, it basically puts Tom Holland back in Sony's universe and takes him out of this MCU universe where, you know, Thor and all these other people that he interacts with don't exist anymore. And it allows Sony to kind of take Tom Holland's contract and make their own Spider-Man, no longer affiliated with MCU. Like this could be Disney.
That's what they doing.
This
You
could be
already know, yep.
This could be Disney and Sony's like last swan song. Like, okay, hey, the 3 movies were great. We don't want to deal with like all the sharing intellectual property, but they do have deals like to where they share merchandise and like Disney does have their parks and they have
That's what it's
Spider-Man
gonna be,
in it.
man.
So-
you nailed it, man. You nailed it. It's gonna be a little layaway for both these motherfuckers.
I think
Yeah,
it's gonna be
now
a way
they
to
gonna
put they're gonna put Tom Holland back in.
like parents. They divorced parents right there. You know,
Yeah.
that's Sony and that's Marvel, and now he gonna get the couple months over there with Sony or years. You know, 3 movies with Amy, and then when Kevin needs an Avengers appearance, like let that motherfucker, you know.
So it's gonna be like
Come on over.
It's gonna be like starting
It'll be
over in
badass,
a way, and it's a way for them like to say goodbye. And like I think that's probably the gut wrencher.
A little spoiler alert. You know, on the old Venom and Carnage. I didn't see it, but I went ahead and read the ending and shit. Did you?
I saw it. I mean, not the movie. I saw the ending. The
Good shit.
end
So
credit.
spoiler alert, straight up. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it, man. Like that's awesome. So
See, well, that breaks my whole
right now-
theory because right now, in the end of credit, that is obvious. Like Venom got brought into the MCU with that spell. It was very similar kind of colors and shit. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
No, that doesn't break the theory, bro. If anything, hell yeah.
Well, because like it's gonna be
They're gonna let
interesting.
them borrow each other, bro. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be good. What they can do is crazy.
Well,
We
it's
already
crazy
know
because
Marvel.
it's
They got X-Men in the back pocket. They got Fantastic Four without Jessica Alba in the back pocket. They got a lot of shit coming up, man.
yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna be.
on Disney Plus. Some wild shit.
That's what I'm going to be looking for, like the Spider-Man flick. Is like if it's a continuation with Sony and Marvel, or it's going to be a way to open the door to kind of put Tom Holland and Sony back in their own thing, and then we don't know about Spider-Man anymore because reality's fucking changed. Like this whole reality multiverse, it's like going to leave these companies just endless amounts of shit to sell us. They can make a story, they can make a new story and say, hey, this is from Universe 45A or
They
whatever
don't have
the
to worry
fuck.
about continuities. They can be as creative as they can. Yeah,
And
that's
they can
wild.
make new
Anybody
spin-offs.
can have individual visions. Yeah. They don't have
Yeah.
to. Yep. Talk to each other and shit.
I mean, the DC
which is what Marvel was made for. That's what they made a living doing the last 10 years, interconnecting it. Now they can just.
I mean, yeah, exactly. DC's been doing this, right? Like they had the Flash movie is supposed to do that. It's supposed to like go see different Batmans and shit from different
We'll see,
universes.
man.
So yeah, it's crazy. Do we have anything else besides Spider-Man?
Oh man, shit. We can call it a night, man. It's been a good one. It's been a good catch up. We got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
At least these next few weeks when it's hot, baby. You know, just be careful, man. I'd carry a gun if anyone's out in public. That's all I'd say. Shit's crazy. Shit's crazy, man.
Right now, like in just the world.
Just anywhere, man. Yeah, even Galveston, this nice little island we in, like, damn.
Right on.
That shit's crazy, man.
Well, all right, man. Well, it was great to go balls deep with you as always.
Shout out to my boy T-Nap.
Yeah, we'll do this again. Playoffs coming up, so we will have to talk about that and see who's officially in the playoffs. I think this time next week, maybe we do it again, and we'll see. Maybe I'm in, maybe I'm out. But
Good luck, bro. Good luck.
peace.
Kiss the baby for me.
Be smoking, you know I'm always up here toking. Yeah, riding the beat like a motherfucking go-kart. Curving around corners and you know I'm gonna go star.
Around corners and you know I'm gonna co-star. Curving around corners and you know I'm gonna co-star.
Go start, go fart when I see your face, cause you smell like shit, bitch, you a disgrace.